Networking Part 4, private IP addresses. We're waiting for IPv6. Okay, so we're bailing out the boat. A phone number is public, routable. That is, anyone in the world can call your number. Hello? Calling from Alaska, from China, from California, from Timbuktu. We don't talk about phone numbers this way, but we do talk about IP addresses this way. Public, routable, versus private, unroutable. A private IP address can only be called by a small set of other computers, not everyone. Okay. There's a special set of IP addresses set aside for private address space. The 10s, 172.16, 172.31, and 192.168. You can use these addresses at home for free. In fact, different people can use the same private IP addresses without any conflict. So here's somebody using 192 addresses for their local area network at home, and here's somebody else using the same 192 addresses for their local area network at home. For the devices in a LAN to talk to each other, you need a router. The router maintains a table of MAC addresses and the assigned IP addresses. You can control what goes in the router table by entering the values yourself. But how do you reach the big old internet from inside your LAN? You must buy a public IP address. The router then gets two IP addresses, a private one that it uses for talking to your LAN and a public one that it uses for connecting to the internet. Now you can reach the internet. Your router translates any request from a device in your LAN to the public internet. So that one says, I want Google. The router says, number 3 wants Google. The public address goes out and talks to Google, which sends back something to the public address. The router says, that's number 3 that wanted that. Hey, number 3, here's that Google for you. This is called Network Address Translation, or NAT. NAT is so important that routers are often called NAT boxes. There's another benefit to a local area network besides saving money on IP addresses. Here we only have to buy one IP address, right, not 3. The router effectively hides your devices from the public internet. So bad guys only see the public router address. They cannot see any of your devices. This is called IP Masquerading. I protect the true identities of my devices. Tough luck, bad guys. Foiled drat. I cannot find them to take them over. So this is private IP addresses, a set of IPv4 addresses that are set aside for private addresses. They're free. A group of computers using private address space is called a local area network. And to get to the public internet, a LAN must have one public IP address. This is assigned to the router. The router does network address translation. The router provides IP masquerading, which protects your LAN from bad guys.